Hello everyone, welcome to Inner Philosopher with another mind-blowing video. So today I want to try to expose one of my worst fear, maybe yours too, I don't know. So let's start this. In Geeta, Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, "For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain." When I was 6 or 7 years old, I first encountered the terror of death. A woman in our native village has poured petrol in her own body and lit herself. I didn't understand anything about it, but I was petrified by imagining the pain she must have gone through. Because at the time I accidentally touched a flame and it burns my fingers so badly that it almost took 1 month to heal. So I was petrified, and eventually she died. But when I truly understand what is terror of death, when I lost my uncle at a very young age of 26, and my cousin at 34, they both died in an accident. They were the funniest guy in the family. So that death kind of shook me and made me so emotional. I started to reading about the death itself at a very young age. Actually, what is it actually? What is death and all? Why we feel so helpless and devastated when our loved ones dies. I started studying about the philosophical things of death, and in a famous book of Ernest Becker, The Denial of Death, he said that one of the great rediscoveries of modern thought, that of all things that moves man, one of the principal ones is his terror of death. Imagine you are a student of Socrates, and you visit him in his last days in the prison and ask him about the death while he is waiting for his death sentence. He's telling you one of his last arguments of death. That death is either possibilities number 1, a dreamless sleep, on the other hand possibilities number 2, passes to another life. Therefore either way it is not scary at all. No, because if it's a dreamless sleep, it is not scary and you can rest there without knowing. Or if it's a passage to another life, you will have the chance to meet the people who have already died. He recommended spending your life looking after your mind, cultivating the part of you that you will get to keep forever if there's afterlife. His arguments were strong in both ways, whether someone's believe afterlife or not, and if they don't, they can stay in the possibility number 1. And in almost all religion of this world, people believe in afterlife. It depends whether you will go to heaven or hell according to the things you have done in this world. I won't go to that part. Have you ever wondered how come the soldiers are not feel fear while guarding our borders when death can come at any moment? Because they believe that they are doing the most heroic things. Indeed, they are doing the most heroic things. And so in that belief, the fear of death becomes so small and normal that it can't come between the normal functioning. You see, it is all about in the belief system. So another philosopher named Epicurus, he said about death, when we are, death is not come. When death is come, we are not. According to him, fearing non-existing is not only stupid, but it goes in the way of enjoying life. If closely look at his view, you will understand that the point he was trying to make is completely different and true. When we live, death is not there. It's true. On the other hand, when we die, life is not there at all. According to him, life is all about sensation, and the death is the cessation of sensation. Good and evil only make sense in terms of sensation. So the death is neither good nor evil. So why we fear the death of our loved ones? That's a good question. According to some philosophers, that what we are fearing isn't actually death. It is the fear of being left behind and alone when our loved ones dies. According to many philosophers, as well as in the Geeta, Krishna says that we should not mourn the death of our loved one. Instead, we should celebrate it as their soul lives for another world. This is a very vast concept. It's not possible to discuss everything. But nevertheless, we should not fear the death at all, because eventually it will come to us. Instead of trembling in fear, we should live life to the fullest every day. We cannot control how we die or how we born, but we can control how to live, right? So if you would live forever, you wouldn't find joy to live, because you know that you won't die, and that's boring. But what makes us interesting that the fear of death in our mind, that fear is our driving force to live every day joyfully. According to psychoanalysis Gregory Zilberg, the fear of death must be present behind all our normal functioning in order for the organism to be armed towards self-preservation. But the fear of death cannot be present constantly in one's mental functioning, else the organism could not function. So, what do you think of that? Leave a comment, I would love to know your view. And please share, subscribe, and like this video. If you want more, stay in touch. Nikki out. Bye bye.